Good evening, everyone. I would like to start off by welcoming everyone to the 39th Annual New Waterford Coal Bowl Classic Invitational Boys Basketball Tournament. My name is Amy Romard, and I am co-chairperson of the Coal Bowl Board of Directors. I will be assisted this evening by Vice Chair Melissa Corbett. We are so very pleased to be back and hosting Coal Bowl 2023, and we wish you all an enjoyable week of entertainment, fellowship, and great basketball. To begin our proceedings, I ask you to please welcome our Board of Directors, Student Union Executive, and special guests. Okay. Yeah, we do. All right, we are very fortunate to have many community groups and individuals who volunteer their time to help out during Coal Bowl. Much of the security in our gyms is provided by our 3 local fire departments, New Waterford, New Victoria, and Scotchtown, as well as our municipal police force. Please welcome representatives from each of these 3 departments and the Cape Breton Municipal Police Department. I now call upon Coal Bowl Vice Chair Melissa Corbett to begin our parade of athletes.
For the 28th consecutive year, we are very pleased to be hosting a girls' team. This year, the visiting girls are from Palavante de la Sienne-Lorette, Quebec. The Palavante de la Sienne-Lorette girls team will play both the Breton Education Center girls and Riverview girls during Coal Bowl. They will also compete against Sydney Academy and Glace Bay. Before introducing the 10 teams of boys, let us welcome the Palavante de la Sienne-Lorette girls team, led by our middle school girls team. The Breton Education Center girls, Bears from New Waterford. Now, let's introduce and welcome our 10 boys teams, starting with St. Mark's Catholic High School, Lions from Manitouk, Ontario. Juvenat Notre Dame, Rensselaer from Levi, Quebec. Paulo Levante de Lessienne-Lorette, Les Athletiques from Lessienne-Lorette, Quebec. Yarmouth Consolidated Memorial High School, the Vikings from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Northeast Kings Education Center Titans from Canning, Nova Scotia. Hants North Rural High School, the Flames from Kennebec, Nova Scotia. Strait Area Education Recreation Center, the Saints from Port Hawkesbury, Nova Scotia. Riverview Rural High School, the Ravens from Sydney, Nova Scotia. Glace Bay High School, the Panthers from Glace Bay, Nova Scotia. And the host, Breton Education Center Boys, the Bears, from New Waterford, Nova Scotia.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Read the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times, it happens too fast. You change your passion for glory.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the 2023 New Waterford Coal Bowl participants. You can all be seated. You can sit. You can sit. In December of 2019, the town of New Waterford experienced a tragic loss when one of our former students and basketball players passed away. Jacob McNeil was a member of both the Division I basketball and soccer teams here at Breton. He excelled as an athlete and was a very talented musician. The Coal Bowl Board of Directors would like to extend our sincere sympathy to Jacob's parents, Dale and Amy, his brothers, Joe, Ethan, and Matt, as well as his extended family. I now call upon Jacob's aunt, Leanne McDonald, to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jacob's aunt, Leanne, and our family is so happy to be given this opportunity to honor our Jacob for the wonderful young man that he was and to have this award given in his name. It is fitting that this will be given to a young athlete this week who will show the same dedication to this sport as he did. Jacob was the oldest of 4 boys. His younger brothers, Ethan, Joe, and Matt, all share his love of sports, especially basketball. They always looked up to him. They followed his lead onto soccer fields, ice hockey rinks, and onto this basketball court. Jacob was a born athlete. From the time Jacob could hold a ball in his hands, he was playing sports. He would evolve into an athlete with heart, athleticism, and game intelligence in every sport he took part in. He won many awards along the way, including MVP for both soccer and basketball. His dedication to sport continued all the way through school, and he was named Athlete of the Year in his last year here at Beck. Outside of sports, he was an incredibly talented singer, guitar player, and songwriter. When he played, his jovial presence and magnetic charm would shine through. He was funny, loving, and he loved to laugh. His smile was infectious, and he could light up a room. One of Jacob's proudest moments was being a part of the 2016 Coal Bowl winning team. In an interview directly after that gold medal game, his words were, "I can't even describe it, man. I don't have the words." And like every young basketball player growing up in this town, he said, "You dream about this your whole life." He was just so proud to be part of a team that pushed their boundaries and came out on top. When we reached out to Jacob's friends and asked what came to mind when they thought of him, they described him just as we remember him: sweet, loyal, athletic, musically gifted, caring, funny, thoughtful, genuine, unapologetically himself, charismatic, goofy, loving, kind, and respectful. So this is for Jacob, who the Cape Breton Post called the general on the floor, and who local game broadcasters charmingly called Man Bun McNeil. We celebrate Jacob's memory as someone who had a huge heart and loved to play the game. Good luck to everyone this week, and thank you.
In memory of Jacob, we will now observe a moment of silence. The province of Nova Scotia has been a tremendous supporter of coalbowl for the last number of years. We are very pleased to have Kendra Coombs, MLA for Cape Breton Centre, Whitney Pier, here to help us officially open coalbowl 2023. I now call upon Ms. Coombs for her remarks. I just want to mention too, I left this part out, a new award will be presented at the closing ceremonies in memory of Jacob.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of the province of Nova Scotia, on behalf of the constituents of Cape Breton Centre, Whitney Pier, I welcome all of you to the Coalbowl Classic. Come on, give it up. The board of directors, the organizers, everyone who had a hand in this event this week has thought very carefully about what the program is for all of you. And as much as it's about playing a great game on the court, winning the coalbowl trophy, it is also about the friendships and the connections that you will make. The crowd here loves a good game, and I'm going to call out a member of mine who spent all night in the cold, my cousin Amy, for her children to watch this game. That's how dedicated the fans are to coalbowl. They will spend the night out in the cold for tickets. That is how much they want to come to see all of you play this game. And all the teachers and everybody else involved in this has created off the court great entertainment for you, but also education. So that, and I remember this when I was a student here, they brought students who had never seen the ocean before to the ocean, and they put the Atlantic water into capsules for everyone to take home. And these kids who came back were so excited because they got to have a piece of the ocean with them. And so that's what this game, this tournament is all about. It's making the connections to make friends, to play a good game of basketball, and have fun. So that is what I ask all of you. Make connections, make friends, have a ball, and this crowd will cheer for you every single day and every single night. Thank you. Have a great game.
The Cape Breton Regional Municipality has been a wonderful supporter of the New Waterford Coalbowl Classic since its inception. We are very happy to have District 11 Councillor Darren O'Quinn with us this evening to welcome our visiting players. I now call upon Councillor O'Quinn for his remarks.
Want to check my cards here, 1 sec. So it says my name is Darren O'Quinn. I'm a CBRM District 11 Councillor. I'm only joking, guys. I'm going to go over the cards here. Basically, I just want to say here, coalbowl, the Waterford and coalbowl are synonymous. Like when I think of the Waterford, I think of coalbowl. And the last 2 years with no coalbowl, we really missed this tournament. And we're so happy and so lucky to have it back. On behalf of the CBRM, I'd like to wish all visiting teams the best of luck this weekend. And you're going to soon find out that this tournament is much more than basketball, guys and girls. It's a lot going on in this town, and we're going to treat you well, and we hope you guys treat us well, too. Looking at my notes here again. Of course, I have to, a big thank you to the volunteers. I've been volunteering at coalbowl for over 30 years as an announcer. I'm usually on the other microphone back there, like saying Ben Kearney from the other side of the tracks. But this weekend, we have a lot of good volunteers here. We climbed over a lot of hurdles to get this tournament going, and I'm just glad to have it back, like we say. And it's pretty cool here to see two of my buddies here being honored this year too, Mark Walzak and Dougie McKinnon. I hate to admit it, but they're two of the best basketball players to ever come out of Beck here. You can't tell me looking at them tonight, but those guys were really good back in their day. In closing, one more thing, guys. Just go Bears, go.
Representing the Cape Breton Victoria Regional Center for Education this evening is Lewis McDonald, Director of Operational Services, along with Heather Calder, Communications Manager. The Regional Center of Education has always given a great deal of support to our coalbowl tournament. Their continued assistance is greatly appreciated. I now call upon Mr. McDonald, who will give a few words of greeting and encouragement to our players.
I don't have cards, but I have notes on a phone. So I'm a little younger than Darren. On behalf of the Regional Center for Education, welcome to the current Breton Education Center for coalbowl 23. It's really great to see this gym full. And I say current because I'm sure everybody's noticed the big structure in behind us for the new Breton Education Center scheduled to open for the school year of 2024. Even though it's been 2 or 3 years, I guess since 2020 without coalbowl, I feel like we've been talking about coalbowl since then. A tremendous amount of planning by everybody behind me has gone into this coalbowl and future coalbowls, and they really deserve a round of applause. So on behalf of the Center for Education, we hope you learn lots, win lots, and have a safe and successful coalbowl.
I would now like to call upon the co-presidents of Beck's Student Council, Katie Chesson and Preston Miller, who will say a few words.
Hello everyone, my name is Katie Chesson.
And my name is Preston Miller, and we are the Student Council co-presidents here at Breton Education Center.
On behalf of the student body, we welcome the players, managers, and coaches to our school, and we thank everyone involved in putting this important event on for the students in the community.
Good luck to all participating teams. We hope you guys have fun, because we can't wait to watch you guys play. Go Bears!
I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize several guests who are here this evening. Coalbowl is once again very pleased to have the Rotary Club of New Waterford as a platinum sponsor. Rotary has been a very generous contributor to the town of New Waterford, Breton Education Center, and the Coalbowl Classic. We are extremely pleased to have their continued support, and we wish to welcome and thank you, Rotarians Heather McNeil and Blaise Poirier. In 2010, Bella Lyon came on board to provide a service which allows parents of participating players and the coalbowl fans around the world to watch our games live. When Bella Lyon joined coalbowl as a sponsor, they dramatically improved the provision of this valuable service. We greatly appreciate their generous contribution and gold-level support. Coalbowl greatly appreciates the continued support and contribution of our longest-serving gold level sponsor, Nova Scotia Power. We are extremely pleased to have Nova Scotia Power back this year, and we send our thank you to them. Over the past number of years, Cape Breton University has supported us at the silver level with prizes and monetary sponsorship. We are pleased to welcome and thank Shivani Negi, Community Liaison Officer, and Matt Skin, Men's Basketball Coach for CBU's continued support. Several departments of the Cape Breton Victoria Regional Centre for Education have been particularly helpful as we prepare for this week. We would like to recognize them for their continued silver level support, and again, welcome Lewis McDonald, Director of Operational Services with the Cape Breton Victoria Regional Centre of Education. Thank you. We have been very fortunate to have the Cape Breton Regional Municipality as a valued silver level sponsor since their inception. We are pleased to have Darren O'Quinn here with us tonight. Thank you. Horrell's Family Deli has been a tremendous supporter of Coalbowl since its inception. We recognize them as their silver level sponsorship, and thank you. The St. Anthony Daniel Council 3209 KOC has sponsored and catered our Coalbowl banquet for each and every one of our 39 Coalbowls. We are honored to have Gerald Cody, Grand Knight, and Dougie Poirier, Deputy Grand Knight, with us here this evening. We are very pleased to have silver level sponsorship and support from Midtown Pharmacy, who provide all participants with a welcome package upon arrival. We are happy to have owners Allison Harvey and Greg Bates here with us tonight. The Nova Scotia government has been a silver level sponsor of the Coalbowl Classic. We appreciate the continued support and are pleased to have Cape Breton Centre Whitney Pier MLA Kendrick Coombs here with us tonight. Brian and Kim DeVoe are silver level sponsors who continue to provide prizes and awards to winning players. We would like to extend our thanks to them for their continued silver level sponsorship. We are thrilled to recognize Big Daddy's Pizza as a bronze sponsor. For the last several years, Big Daddy's has sponsored our Player of the Game Awards. We are happy to have owner Donnie McDougall and Justin McDougall here with us tonight. Colburn Auto Group is a bronze sponsor again this year. We are happy to have Robert Baldwin, sales manager, here with us tonight, and thank them for their support. One of our new sponsors at the bronze level is Maple Hill Manor. We are very happy to have Kendra Baldwin, administrator, here with us tonight, and we thank them for their support. McLeod's Fuels is also a bronze level sponsor. We are excited to have Patty Ann McLeod and Doug McLeod with us this evening and thank them for their support. Greg Morrison, General Manager, is here to represent the Mayflower Mall, who have been a wonderful supporter of the Coalbowl for the past several years at the bronze level. We want to also mention and thank the New Waterford Credit Union. From the beginning of coalbowl, the New Waterford Credit Union has been a generous and loyal supporter of coalbowl. Here tonight, representing the credit union are Janet Wilcox, Chairperson of the Board of Directors, and Alan Rosetto, Financial Services Officer. New Waterford Recycling Depot is on board this year as a bronze level sponsor. We are very pleased to have Marissa and Brianna McLeod with us tonight and thank them for their support. A new sponsor at the bronze level this year is Ocean Fuels Limited. We are thrilled to have owner Wayne McDonald with us here tonight and thank him for his support. One of our newest sponsors at the bronze level is Protocase. We are excited to welcome Nathan Penny, production lead from Protocase, with us this evening and thank them for their support. Safety Check Inspections is another of our bronze level sponsor. We thank and recognize owners Frankie and Jen Fahey for their support. Sobeys New Waterford has jumped on board this year as a bronze level sponsor. We are happy to have Nadine Murray and John Hatcher, department managers, join us this evening and thank Sobeys for their support. We would also like to acknowledge our bronze level sponsors who are not able to attend this evening. AA Monroe Insurance, Colburn's No Frills, Dillon Consulting Limited, McLeod's Fuels, RBC, Schwartz Furniture, Strong Chiropractic, and Strum Insurance.
On Wednesday, February 1st of this week, coalbowl will begin a new tradition. After the experience of the pandemic, we understand more than ever the importance of supporting good mental health. Players and participants will gather together in the AV room on Wednesday evening to listen to a presentation on maintaining a positive mindset both on and off the court. Coalbowl is thrilled to have this event sponsored by Bell Alliance, and we look forward to continuing this important new tradition. Each year, we divide the 10 participating teams into 2 divisions. It is our practice to name each division in honor of an individual or family who has made a substantial contribution to the growth and development of one or more sports. New Waterford has long been known as a basketball town. Over the years, the town has produced many championship teams and standout players. The 39th Annual Coalbowl Classic is pleased to honor Doug McKinnon and Mark Walzak. Doug McKinnon was an all-around athlete, spending his formative years playing basketball, baseball, soccer, and hockey. He played on several provincial championship teams in baseball and basketball and played for the Nova Scotia juvenile basketball team, who won the Eastern Canadian Championship in 1986. Doug was a prolific three-point shooter who once scored 58 points in a tournament game in Prince Edward Island. He ranks as one of the best basketball players in Beck's history, leading the Bears to a silver medal in the 1987 Coalbowl, where he was selected as the MVP of the tournament. And he has never let us forget about that. Doug was also named Athlete of the Year in 1987 at Breton Education Center. Upon graduation, Doug was recruited by St. Francis Xavier University, where he spent 4 years playing on successful teams at the Antigonish campus. Doug has also been a tremendous builder at Breton Education Center and in the community of New Waterford. Coaching since the age of 18, he has coached at all levels in various sports, including stints as both boys and girls basketball teams at Beck. Doug also served as an assistant coach with the Cape Breton University Capers men's basketball team. Doug is on the executive of the New Waterford Minor Baseball Association and is the driving force behind the thriving elementary school basketball program at Greenfield Elementary. 14 years ago, Doug and his wife Marcy initiated a very successful small ball program to complement the common school program. Currently, over 45% of the students are involved in the basketball program at Greenfield. Doug also formed Beck's Unified program, and with the help of Beck students, he continues to devote time to this very successful program. Doug is a former regional director of the SSNS and is the current athletic director at Breton Education Center. Doug and Marcy reside in New Waterford with their children Megan, Luke, and Jake. Coalbowl is thrilled to have Doug McKinnon as the division chair for Coalbowl 2023. I now ask Coalbowl Vice Chair Lowell Cormier to present a plaque of recognition to Doug McKinnon. Our second division is named in honor of Mark Walzak. From a young age, Mark spent very little time in the house. One could find him on the street playing road hockey, the field playing baseball, or at the basketball court. In his younger years, Mark played minor hockey until grade 9, when he hung up his skates and gave basketball a go. He played for the Breton Education Center's high school team for grades 9 through 12. During those years, Mark was a 2-time first-team All-Star at the New Waterford Coalbowl Classic. After his graduation in 1986, the University College of Cape Breton, now known as Cape Breton University, recruited Mark and offered him a scholarship. After a 5-year hiatus from hockey, Mark caught the bug to be back on the ice, where he led the Sydney Millionaires to an Atlantic championship. He led the league with 57 goals and 94 points in 31 games. Once the Millionaire season was over, University College of Cape Breton once again recruited Mark, but this time it was for their hockey team, where he spent 2 years playing forward. Mark began playing baseball at a young age and has a very successful career in the sport. He played on several provincial and Atlantic championship teams. He tried out with Team Canada's under-18 baseball team and was captain of the Nova Scotia team at the Canada Summer Games in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And the University of Toledo offered him a Division I baseball scholarship in the state of Ohio. From the age of 16, Mark played senior baseball for the New Waterford Dodgers, Sydney Mines Ramblers, and lastly, the Sydney Sooners, to end his 20-year career. During that time, they recruited him to compete at nationals with both Sydney and Halifax. Mark coached various sports throughout his teaching career. A highlight was taking Breton Education Center's first senior high baseball team to the Division I Provincial Baseball Championship in 2002. Mark was the district and junior high coordinator for the Nova Scotia School Athletic Federation. He volunteered his time for the Mount Carmel Auditorium Committee for over 25 years. The Community Press Survey awarded Mark New Waterford's greatest all-time athlete. Mark has been married to Anita for 32 years. They have 4 children, Nancy, Kayla, Eric, and Amy. Mark taught all of his children physical education throughout their high school years. This solidified them to follow in his footsteps to become physical educators. Mark and Juanita also have 2 grandchildren, Jack and Luke. Coalbowl is honored to have Mark Walczak as a division chair for Coalbowl 2023. I now ask Coalbowl Vice Chair Lowell Cormier to present a plaque of recognition to Mark Walczak.
No story could be told about New Waterford Dodgers Intermediate A championship team without mentioning longtime baseball star, coach, and community supporter, Ray Bozo Steele. Bozo restarted senior baseball in New Waterford in 1982 when the Dodgers were awarded the Maritime Senior Championship on the strength of an excellent bid based on the town's great facilities and rich baseball history. In that tournament, the Dodgers came within a run of representing Nova Scotia at the Canadian Championship. Throughout the next 6 years, Bozo worked tirelessly to run the team almost single-handedly, and there's no doubt that without his efforts, this championship would never have happened. In 1983 and 1984, the Dodgers competed in the Richmond Intermediate A Baseball League. In both years, the Dodgers won the right to compete in the provincials, and after finishing second in 1983 to Joggins, the team would not be denied in a 1984 won provincial title against teams from Weymouth, Joggins, and Lewisdale. Wins over Weymouth and Joggins forced a shutdown with local rivals, Lewisdale, who had beaten the Dodgers 10-3 in the tournament opener. Strong pitching and clutch hitting powered them over the Barracos 6-3 and 1-0. The locals were forced to beat Lewisdale twice because of the double knockout tournament rules. The New Waterford team was off to the Atlantic tournament that was scheduled for St. John, New Brunswick. Due to a lack of communication or a misunderstanding, it was discovered that the tournament would be in Beldoon, New Brunswick, a community 725 kilometers from New Waterford. For a second, there were thoughts of not going because of the distance and expense, but Bozo was determined to take a run at the title and put his fundraising and organizing skills to work to make it happen. The Dodgers brought their bats to Beldoon and pounded out 31 hits in 4 games to win the Atlantic title. This tournament was a round-robin format, so a 6-5 loss to Newfoundland forced a winner-takes-all game between the Dodgers and the PEI team from Fort Augustus. Pius Burke, pitching his second consecutive game, was up to the task, allowing only 6 hits and a grand slam by Edison Clemens in the 4th inning sealed the victory for the New Waterford club. The victory was sweet for Bozo, as it marked the 25th anniversary of his New Waterford Giants winning the Maritime Senior Championship as a player in 1959. Coalbowl is very pleased and proud to honor these team members, and I ask Coalbowl Chair Amy Romard to present a crest and an engraved memento to Fons Brenna, Rocky Burchell, Bobby Burke, Edison Clemens, Tony Crow, representing his father, Wayne Crow. Tracy Durwell. Donald Smokey Ferguson. Ray McIsaac, representing his brother-in-law, Greg Holly. Eddie Kennedy. Charlie McClellan. Roddy McNeil. John Reed. David Roach. Mark Walzak. Mary Steele, representing her late husband, the coach, Ray Bozo Steele, accompanied by granddaughter Chelsea. Assistant coach, Michael Spike McKinnon. We would also like to acknowledge the members of the team who were unable to attend. Joe Doyle, Pius Burke, Paul Johnson, along with a deceased team member, Jim Mears, who served as the team statistician.
To mark the 25th anniversary of Coal Bowl in 2006, the Coal Bowl Board of Directors established a wall of recognition to honor those who, over the years, have made an outstanding contribution to the Waterford Coal Bowl Classic. The wall is located in the gymnasium entrance and is designed to house the prestigious Shining Star Awards, one of which has been awarded each year, beginning with Coal Bowl 2006. The return to Coal Bowl for its 39th year brought much joy to our community as a whole. When the tournament was officially announced for 2023, there was a lot of excitement in the air and big smiles throughout our community and beyond, especially from our shining star for this year. We could literally feel his smile through every phone call and email. This Coal Bowl enthusiast has attended 13 Coal Bowl tournaments since 2001, and over the years has made it his personal goal to take as many players and coaches to our national tournament, bringing both boys and girls teams. We are very proud to present this award to an honorary Cape Bretoner, and I know he has his Coal Bowl passport with him, and a consistent fixture here at Breton Education Center and the Coal Bowl, Mr. Guy Langlois from Polyvalent de l'Ancienne Lorette. I now call on Guy to accept the Shining Star Award from Lowell Cormier and Melissa Corbett, Coal Bowl Vice Chairs. In October of 2022, New Waterford lost one of its most treasured citizens. Janet Morrison was a true angel on earth, and anyone who met her loved her. Always sitting in the same spot, Janet's presence at Coal Bowl was one of the week's highlights for many tournament goers. When news of her passing spread, the Coal Bowl Board of Directors knew that we had to do something special to honor Janet. The Coal Bowl Board of Directors would like to extend our sincere sympathies to Janet's parents, Ray and Anita, her brother Greg, sisters Jeannie and Katie, as well as her extended family. I ask you to please look to the center of the gym as two of our referees, Paul DeBailey and Nick Morash, along with Beck players Ben Carney and Ethan McNeil, unveil Janet's seat, which will be a dedicated fixture during the tournament, a special place to remember a very special girl. I now call on Janet's father, Ray, to say a few words.
Good evening. As most of you know, the first Coal Bowl Classic was held 41 years ago this January. I know firsthand the amount of effort it takes to stage this tournament year after year. That huge effort includes dedicated and focused board members, big-hearted and visionary sponsors, many local community-minded groups and individual volunteers, and a very loyal and supportive fan base from the Waterford and the surrounding areas of Scotchtown, River Ryan, New Victoria, and Victoria Mines. This support also includes many, many school boards, student athletes, and parents from Newfoundland to British Columbia who have graced us with their confidence throughout all those years. I, for one, am so thankful that all of those involved in this local miracle have been able to survive, that this local miracle has been able to survive and thrive for all those 4 decades. For most of those years, all of those people mentioned and others associated with the Coal Bowl tournament were able to make Janet Lynn Morrison feel that she was the center of the basketball universe. Others caught on to this idea throughout the years, and so tonight, may we all believe that, if only for a few moments or a few hours. I'm Janet Lynn's dad, Ray. I'm joined here tonight by my wife, Anita. Janet's sisters, Jeannie and Katie, and her big brother, Greg. Her nephews, Ben and Daniel, and very special friends of Janet and the family, Sharon and Doug McKenzie, and Karen and Kevin McSween. I'd like to tell you all about Janet tonight, but A full picture would take me almost 46 years. I promise I won't keep it that long. After all, you did come here from across Canada to play basketball. So then, I'll just tell you a little bit of something that I learned about the basketball from a girl with Prader-Willi syndrome named Janet Lynn Morrison. Did any of you realize that a basketball really has only two sides? Well, it does. Over the years when Janet came to this tournament, before the opening toss-up of many games, refs would often hand the game ball to Janet. She would then take the ball, hold it close to her heart, and rub it around in little circles. This motion created the lucky side of the ball. Then she'd turn the ball around and poke it up and down with her little fingers. That motion created the unlucky side of the ball. Janet always supported the Beck Bears, of course, but she wouldn't tell anybody, even the Beck players, which side was the lucky one. Because she knew, because she knew that doing so would give an unfair advantage to the players who knew her little secret. To Janet, talent, hard work, and luck were all of equal value to any player. Often, when an opposing player would score on a layup or a three-pointer, Janet would remark that he must have been holding the lucky side of the ball. But if he missed with the shot, well then, it was the unlucky side he was holding. This is how I like to think of our daughter, our sister, our auntie, our neighbor, our friend, and our fan who we honor here tonight. Janet Lynn Morrison was a girl who never skipped a rope, rode a bicycle, or dribbled a basketball in her almost 46 years on earth. Last October 24th, at 10 minutes after 12 in the early afternoon, a girl was seen dribbling a basketball right through the pearly gates of heaven as angels and saints looked on with amazement at her skill. She dribbled the ball right up to God and passed that ball to him. He thanked Janet for her gift and then informed her, since she had just competed in and completed the game that was her life, that she had achieved the best triple-double possible. He told her that she had earned more than 10 points in each of the three main skill areas of life. Firstly, by dribbling good humor through all the obstacles and opposition that she faced. Secondly, by passing the love she carried to all who shared in her game. And thirdly, by shooting for a legacy of peace with everyone, whenever and wherever there was a good possibility for success. You're not going to believe this, but God then offered Janet a permanent contract to be point guard on his team. Janet accepted. As this week goes by with the basketball games and later on in life, wherever your lives may lead you, this is our family's wish for all you athletes and fans of the Coal Bowl Classic. In life, if you sometimes happen to toss the occasional air ball, don't get angry with yourself. Don't feel frustrated. Especially don't feel that you failed. Next time, just take that ball, turn it around, and try again. Throughout the years of your lives, may each one of you come to realize that you've been holding the lucky side of the ball more often than not. Before closing, I'd like to share with you a few words from the tune Here's to Song that was written by Alistair McGilvery. Until our paths in future cross, may blessings kindly greet you. Until that time, I must, alas, only in memory meet you. Often I will sit and stare and think upon this evening rare, the company beyond compare. For now, farewell and thank you. And finally, thank all of you for listening, and may the Coal Bowl tournament continue well into the future of Canadian school sporting events, and may God bless you all.
In memory of Janice, we will now observe a moment of silence. We love you, Janice. As is our tradition, Coal Bowl is proud to unveil two provincial banners this evening. The first is the 2020-2021 Breton Bears soccer team, who captured the varsity provincial title. Members of the team included Drew Baldwin, Brett Baxter, Carter Brown, Evan Campbell, Jack Cashin, Connor Chesson, Hayden DeRozier, Owen Fletcher, Hayden Forward, Brendan Frazier, Morgan Hillier, Ben Carney, Derek Loro, Luke McKinnon, Ethan McNeil, Dylan McSween, Jeremy O'Quinn, Waylon Petrie, Coach Lacey Bursey, Coach Richie Wilcox, Coach Brandon Caudle, and Coach Brett Baxter. I now ask members of the team who are present to come forward and unveil their banner. That was a good try, guys. We'll blame that one on Dougie. The second provincial banner we are unveiling this evening is for the 2021-2022 Breton Bears basketball team, who captured the varsity provincial title. Members of the team included Zach Beaton, Owen Cashin, Tyson Crosby, Jackson Durando, Diego Flores Loa, Tyler Grant, Morgan Hillier, Ben Carney, Logan LeBlanc, Derek Loro, Luke McKinnon, Ethan McNeil, Joe McNeil, Cohen McDonald. Manager Andrew Lorendo, Coach Carter Brown, Coach Sandy Carney, and Coach Tyler Matheson. I now ask members of the team who are present to come forward and unveil their banner. It is customary that we raise the banner of the honor team. Therefore, I call your attention to the opposite wall. Raising the banner of our honor team, the 1984 New Waterford Dodgers Atlantic Intermediate A baseball champions, will be the co-presidents of Breton Education Center Student Council, Katie Chesson and Preston Miller. I have to say, Katie, I think that's the first time that's ever happened. In addition to raising the honor team's banner, it is appropriate that we raise the coalbowl flag that will, along with these banners, remain in place until the closing ceremonies on Saturday. Raising the flag are Courtney Kelly and Emmy Donovan. Breton Education Center School Band, along with Elise Turner, under the direction of Stephen Muse, will lead us in the singing of O Canada. I ask everyone to stand.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Carton bois et porter le pays, il sait porter la croix.
ceremonial tip-off. I ask Division Chairpersons Doug McKinnon and Mark Walzak to come forward along with the captains of Breton Education Center and Polyvalent de l'Ancienne Lorette for the ceremonial tip-off. The march off the floor will start with our teams from east to west, so the Breton boys will be first off the floor. As soon as the teams are off the floor, the school band will exit. I thank everyone for attending tonight, and I look forward to a great week of basketball, and so thrilled that we're back. Thank you.